are chest slides. What you're looking for your slides, as much as possible, is hips really still and chest moving. Two things that will help. One is keeping your hands out of the way. I actually like to put my fingers against my thighs. It helps keep the shoulders still and it helps keep the hips still. And see what movement you can find that's a nice, even slide from here. The things that tend to go wrong when you start this is trying to make it too big. You may find when you start you don't have this range and you're doing something that's much smaller and much like this, and that's a far better place to start than trying to go too far and realising that you're just letting everything move all over the place. My other top little tip for helping to make this work is to work one direction of it first in a way that your hands can help you. Let's just say we're going to go from centre to your right. What you want to do, put your right hand on your hip somewhere this time. Have your left hand somewhere, just around your bra strap, somewhere it's on your rib cage and you can find your ribs. Because this way your hands can kind of help you a little bit. I know this feels like I'm a little teapot, but we're not doing that just yet. But what you want to be able to do is use this hand to help encourage your hips to stay still, and use this hand to help encourage your rib cage to shift a little bit over towards your right. And hopefully that helps you find your little slide to the right. And then you can give a bit of a break, shake it all out. Try the opposite hands for going left. So you have left hand to your hip, right hand now somewhere around your rib cage, wherever feels comfortable for your shoulder. And then you can gently think about little slides to the left. And sometimes it actually helps if you don't have the whole hand there. You almost just have a finger there. It's almost just like you can really feel that finger is just pushing your rib cage over. And that can help you find this. And what's actually happening from the back, of course, is your spine is having to bend, which is why this is a little bit tricky, because your rib cage doesn't actually slide over. It's one of these moves that's much more optical illusion than anything else. If you actually watch from the back for a second, you'll see that, of course, my spine is having to bend. If you just watch the whole thing from the back. So it's a slightly more complicated movement than you would think. But once you've had a go at doing the slide that way, put your hands back on your thighs again, and come take a full slide one side to the other. And hopefully that's got a little bit simpler, a little bit smoother, and a little bit easier. And I said you want as much as possible your legs still, your hips still. Your shoulders will go with the ribs, but not further. So you're not really, unless you're trying to accent it, you're not taking the shoulders further than the ribs. And I suggest doing this one with your head relatively still, so you're not doing a big head slide with it. Although that's possible, I like the default one to be just head fairly still, so you can really emphasize the chest and ribcage slides.